Hi, welcome back to Keep It Dirty, a podcast where my guests share their life living functionally and sustainably and the why behind their experiences navigating through our ever changing environment. And I'm your host, Leslie Dowling. I'm a corporate speaker sharing how one can jumpstart your path to increase productivity and revenue through restorative health techniques. And today it's a pleasure to have back on my podcast Nicholas Dowling. Nick is my middle son. He just graduated Wake Forest University and was commissioned as a lieutenant, and will be heading off to Fort
More.
Moore in Georgia. And after several months, he'll be going to Oahu, Hawaii for a couple of years, which I will be definitely taking a road trip across the world to go visit him. So, Nick, I'm so glad you're here. I know that this is going to be a really short summer as you're going to be reporting next week. But I'm just trying to capture every moment with you. And for all our viewers and listeners, we started podcasting with a podcast, and I'm hoping we could reignite that, start it up again, called Generation Foundation. So check that out. That's also on Spotify. We started that, and it was really a journey about environmentally conscious people, and Nick sharing a little bit about his first day and first year as a freshman in college, and really the Gen Z versus the Gen X point of view about how we have to navigate differently through our planet, which is eating, living sustainably. So, without further ado, Nick,
Yep.
just want to see how you're doing and how, and I know this is a huge, this could be many answers to this question, but how has college life molded and shaped your, just you as a person and your experiences?
Mm, well, I think it has pushed me in a lot of ways, and it's allowed me to get outside my comfort zone, I guess. Um, I used to be a bit more reserved and shy, but I was kind of forced to get outside of that, and now I'm a lot more willing to do things that I wasn't before. So that's a big thing. Um, I'm able to speak and communicate with people better, and yeah, I mean those are the biggest things. I can, I've built a lot of connections with people, a lot of different types of people, so that's a skill I think, and I'll carry that forward with me. Um, but it was a really great experience, all in all.
And how, if you could give anybody some words of wisdom going into, say, college or possibly thinking about college life, what would be the first thing
Mm,
for any kind type of advice you could give people?
I mean, I think the overarching thing is being willing to push yourself. Uh, be open-minded, very open-minded. Your mind will change, and your perspective on things will shift as you go through different experiences. So don't be tied to your ideas of how things are. Be willing to accept that things and your ideas and perspectives change. Um, yeah, and just make it the priority to get gain and actually have as many experiences as you possibly can. Do things like study abroad, get involved with organizations, and I think most importantly is use it as an opportunity to put yourself in a position to further succeed one day as you know, actually go through an education. Um, it's a stepping stone to bigger and better things almost. So that's how I view it.
So maybe you could also just let people know what are your future plans? What's the next chapter after you have just graduated college, ROTC, fraternity life? and all the organizations that you were active with? What will you be doing?
I commissioned as an infantry officer, so I'll do all that training for that job, and then I'll be fulfilling a platoon leader role in Hawaii, doing that, and then I'll probably do some other stuff while I'm there, various other roles depending on what I'm put in. Um, and then yeah, it's there's a lot of possibilities and things you can do in the military. So I really don't know everything that I will do, but I know for certain though I'll be a platoon leader at some point for a certain amount of time. But my perspective though on the military and the experience in there is the same way that I approached college, was to make the most of it and to put yourself in a position to succeed. And figuring out how to do that is a process, and you need to navigate through that. But once you find out and figure out what needs to be done, to just do it and find success.
So, reflecting on the Nick that started at 18, first year in college when everything was on lockdown, and you kind of, I saw, flip the switch and turn that negative, into a positive, starting to, I guess, you really, at that point, it wasn't like you were ROTC bound. You started working out with the people that were in ROTC, right? To keep active, physically fit, mentally fit, and you build this camaraderie. And then I just realized that other doors opened, and you realized there was another world out there. Is that true, or what was your experience
Oh
with that?
yeah, I went into college during COVID. I had all online classes, and then I just wanted to get involved. And one of the things I got involved with was ROTC, and then I ended up enjoying it and finding a lot of value in it. So I just stuck with it, and it all worked out very well. And I'm happy I made the decision to do that and to serve at least early on in my life and do something like this. So yeah.
And for people that are hesitant, I guess the bottom line is just to put yourself out there, maybe just experience and take advantage of what college has to offer, in the sense that you went to a more of a liberal arts. So you really, I
Hmm.
just saw that you really tapped into all different experiences.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I think, like I've been saying, through these different experiences that you get, or people that are hesitant, no matter what you're going into, I think that you build confidence as you gain experience, and whatever it might be. So just understand that. That'd be my advice for your question.
Hmm.
Um, but the liberal arts education, I'm definitely a strong proponent for, and it was very good for me because I got to take classes in a lot of different fields, which was which was good because you get to be exposed to different ideas. I think that's valuable out of an education. I think that's one of the principal reasons that you seek out an education, at least during undergraduate. Um, so yeah, I would recommend it, or at least the school that I went to many people. So
And my gosh, I graduated a long time ago from college, but I just remembered leaving campus after graduation and just packing up everything, and just it felt really surreal. It just felt like, as much as I was so excited because there's so much out there, there's a whole new world out there to explore. It was just an unusual feeling of just, will I ever see some of these people ever again? Probably not. And the camaraderie of just having the connections. I went to also to a small liberal arts, and made some great connections with the professors who I kept in touch with. And I saw that in at Wake Forest. I saw that, as the students were graduating, and there was a whole line of all of the professors, and they were high fiving some of these students or giving them a big hug. It was really bittersweet to see that.
yeah, it was sad to leave. Certainly, built a lot of connections with there, um, with people which I don't know when I'll see them next or if I'll ever see them again. But regardless, I'll hold on to those memories with those people, and that's what I will remember. And I think that's a really principal part of, I guess, the American college experience is having those friendships and building them, and then hopefully carrying them forward, um, carrying that relationship forward with you beyond just your time in college. So, you know,
So what are you looking forward to over the next, like, say, couple of weeks? Because maybe you tell everybody where will you be heading off to in Georgia, and then how long are you going to be there for?
yeah, I'll be in infantry basic officer leadership course um, for around between 5 to 6 months, and then I'll do some additional schooling like ranger school while I'm in Georgia. Um, but it won't be easy. There'll be definitely challenging parts of it, but I think anything in life really worth doing will be challenging. So that's one of the reasons I sought out this profession. Um, and I'll be able to make a lot of really great connections with people similar to college and meet a lot of fantastic people that are involved in the service. So that should be good. And I'll learn a lot, which is always good. I'm always looking to learn and grow and develop. So it's a new journey. Probably the biggest change I'll ever go through in my life, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of just mentally, physically, everything emotionally changes from 18 to 22, and all that you have experienced through college, and all taking advantage of so many opportunities, and also you were you played a huge part at Disney, working there for a semester as the safari. What were you? The
That was the Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, and that kind of, you had to put yourself out there to, give your talk while you were doing the cruise,
Yeah,
and
it was a different experience. It was really cool get to do that. That's something that I'll hold on to for forever.
right.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe you'll circle back and work to some sort of capacity in the, in the offices someday. Who I could see you doing that, like,
I don't
you
know.
know,
Maybe
who
a long
knows?
time down the line.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I just thought I'd recap and just kind of try to get Nick before he heads off to Georgia, and have him on Keep It Dirty, and just share a little bit about what he's up to, what he'll be doing, and hopefully, if and when he's home, I'll have an opportunity for him to share a little bit more as to what he's doing, and to give some words of wisdom to anybody that's wanting to experience something different, or put yourself out there. And, we got one life to live. So go for it, experience as much as you can, because you never know who you're going to make contacts with, and all the people that you can touch and maybe make an impact on their lives as you take on these leadership responsibilities. So
Hmm.
I'm so glad you were able to take some time out of your day today, Nick, and to spend a little time with me on my podcast, Keep It Dirty. So, any other shares before we close up for today?
No, I don't think so. I'm happy that I'm here. I get to be here.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's cool. And you got to reconnect with people that you graduated high school with, as they have embarked in graduating college, and they're all going to be heading off doing their thing. So, but it's nice that you still have that core network of friends that you experienced going through soccer and so many classes together and growing up in our area. So, on that note, just sending love to everybody out there. Thank you for supporting my show. Please rate and review my show. And I'll be having a lot more interesting guests on as we move ahead every week. And if there's anything that you want to see me do a little differently, if you have any questions, or if you'd like to be a guest on my show, please DM me on my Instagram. Keep it dirty. And again, get out there with Mother Earth, ground with Mother Earth, and keep it dirty. Thanks, Nick.